Hey everybody, One here. Tuesday, October 28th, 2014. Hadn't unboxed anything in a while. Been having some fun streaming the game, getting cash, upgrading some of the older characters, things like that. That said, I need to get some more traps unboxed, and instead of doing that, I'm going to go ahead and tackle the minis. In part because I want to get the undead guys out of the box, get them upgraded. I'm planning on doing a Halloween-themed upgrade fest for you. So more on that later, but we're ironically going to get started here with the Earth Element Duo Pack. Now, this is something I picked up at launch. Got it at Toys R Us because of their buy one, get one 40% sale. It was actually the buddy pack was that one. I was sent the Magic minis, Spry and Mini Genie, and then at Toys R Us I picked up these two. And I don't actually have the Tech double pack yet because I was debating which pack to tie in with this one because I'll probably wind up doing that. More on that later. But that's it, $14.99 and then 40% off this one or that one, take your pick, but came from Toys R Us. That said, if you note, the one people are probably the most interested in is Bop, and I say that because he's brand new, and what I mean by that is he has not been a mini. Eye Small, you've got him, free-to-play promotion. Hijinks, brand new. Terrabite, if you need proof, I'm going to pull him off right here. I've got several of this guy, actually. I think I got maybe 2 of him through the free-to-play promotion. Then I might have gotten 2 from GameStop through odds and ends that they've done periodically. So note the green base. That is an SSA sidekick. We'll still refer to him as a sidekick, and then the red base we will refer to as a mini. That said, this is what the packaging looks like. The artwork is great. Not as fancy as your Trapmaster stuff, so I mean you don't have like the full backside transparency or anything, but as you can see, Bop and Terrabite, they hail from the Earth element, and like I said, I mean the way most people are, since Bop is new, it's just like Spry. He gets more attention than Mini Genie because he's brand new. And they have those really huge, adorable puppy dog eyes that people seem to like. So, backside over here, there's Trigger Snappy in your hand on the portal into the game. It's as simple as that. However, unlike what you're used to, basically when you would put your sidekick, Terrabite, into the game, he would just happily follow along whatever Skylander, trip, do flips, just literally be your shadow and not really do much else. They don't take damage, they don't die, they don't attack, they don't aid you in any fashion. The minis take care of that, and in addition to not just being like a magic item where they follow you around and do minuscule damage, these are fully playable characters just like a full-size version. So pretty cool stuff. As you can see, the green check is only for Swap Force. That means that's the only game right now that they're actually a fully playable character. You could take at least Terrabite and put him in, and he will work like a sidekick in the previous games. I believe Bop comes up as a, like, you know, can't read this toy or can't be used in this game if you were to go back to, say, Giants or something. So I believe I tested that with someone. So I'll just run with that. Looking for my knife. I'm not sure that we need it, but there's the artwork for Bop. There it is for Terrabite. And of course, we're going full-on Earth Element feature here. Wallop, who's available now. Fist Bump, also available. A great character. Rocky Roll. I'm looking really forward to that guy. And of course, Bop. They probably picked him over Terrabite because he's got the really big puppy dog eyes that say, "Please buy me. Take me home and unbox me." But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to see. It wasn't too bad. It's been a while since I've unboxed minis, and I've only done one round of them, so I can't really remember how the tape was set up. Slide that out. Good lord. There goes everything. We'll just toss that aside since everything else is going so smooth. Here they are in their plastic. If you plan to cut this out, I know a lot of people put them on little Stanley Sort Masters or Powerade tackle boxes or even shoe boxes. Some of you probably decorate them, hang them on the wall. If you do that sort of stuff, take it off. Don't do what I do and rip the paper, or at least run the risk of ripping it, but I don't care about that. I'm not going to use it for storage. So I just come in, I pull the backside down, and I work from the base. Chase McCain is hidden, by the way. If you spot him, feel free to post up. There we go. We freed both of the minis, and we'll just chuck that to the side too. Let me run down here and retrieve everything. Okay, so what we've got before we take a look at the characters Everything else fell. The good news is the characters didn't. But right here we get a stat card and a sticker sheet. We'll just start with the sticker sheets. 4 terabytes, you've got the artwork, you've got the name tag below that, a QR code and a web code. Same thing for Bop. Pretty good look at the artwork there for you. And again, those work great for your starter pack collection posters, or even better for your storage solutions. However, I know a lot of people like to keep those intact, and that's where cutting out the nameplates comes from. So that said, let's get started with terabytes, because I know you probably want to see Bop more, and I'm going to make you wait. So this is the artwork for terabyte. We'll go ahead and grab him up here, and then we will do a thorough comparison, and I do think there's a notable difference here. I'll cover that in just a second. Terabyte, his power or strength, 50 of 250, defense or armor, 90 of 250, speed, agility, 100 of 250, and luck, 110 of 250. Add all that up because we can, and we have, what, 200, 300, 350 out of 1,000. That's actually really good numbers for the stat card. Backside, of course, it looks like so. We will set that down. I'm going to go ahead and we'll cover the background story just because that's the way I'm going to roll here. But actually, we may not. I don't think I will. You should know the background story for Terrafin, and theoretically, they did not place this in the strategy guide, which was kind of an odd deal to me. I don't know if it's because they thought the miniature version wouldn't coincide or what, but Terrafin, I know his inside and out. You should too if you watch my videos, because he's my favorite character. Basically, this little guy came from the Dirt Seas, probably hangs out with Terrafin, beats people up, has a lot of fun, and defeats bad guys. So there you go in a nutshell. The one thing that interests me, Terrafin's slogan, as you should know from SSA, Giants, and Swap Force, all three having poses, it's feeding time. Literally feeding. If you look in the collector's edition anyway, I assume it would be the same thing in the standard. Slogan for Terabyte is "It's beaten time." So I'm not quite sure where the error comes from. I've always heard it as feeding. It could very easily be he was saying beaten, but I was hearing feeding. And these are the problems when we leave G's off of things and, kind of just tie in the apostrophe. Nonetheless, you probably don't care about that stuff, but I do. I'm going to check it out. First thing I do when I get done here, I'm going to do their introductions, and by gosh, I'm going to listen to his slogan very carefully. That's it. This is him. This is Terabyte. He's got big eyes. He's a shark, so they're not going to have the big eyeball that kind of, oh, he's adorable type thing people go for. Note that it is red. You've got the earth base, kind of a couple gems and crystals there. Kind of has a, I was going to say it looked gold through the camera. It's kind of just like a dark tan, if you will, for the nails there on his hand, or the fingers, I should say. Underbelly is that same dark tan color in his coat, or the skin is like a really dark gray. It looks markedly different to me. It's very easy to tell. I think even through the camera you can see it. The brand new Terabyte is in fact darker. The underbelly, it's kind of like that peanut color, and then this is almost like a khaki color. I mean, it's the same shade, but this is definitely darker. This is definitely brighter. Other than that, it looks like same base. I think the gems, they look a little bit more polished on the green base one, but they're in the same location. On the back side, same thing here. The skin is just maybe a touch darker. It's actually less noticeable on the red base than it is on the underside of Terabyte. But the dots also slightly different. That is a much darker kind of a brown color, and it's a much more vibrant. It's like that chompy color, the center here, whereas this one is kind of more of like a Chase McCain yellow, like the Thornhorn camo, or not Thornhorn, but camo, who's back there. That's kind of more the color here. It's really subtle again, but it's almost like yellow versus lime, if you will. Again, we're getting into picky details most people don't care about, but that's what I do. And if you're watching this, that's probably why you're here. Most people just, hey, it's Terabyte, we're done. And I like to be a little bit more thorough than that. So pretty much the same pose. The paint is much better on the mouth, in my opinion, on red-based Terabyte versus the green-based SSA Sidekick Terabyte. So if I had to say which one I like better, it would actually be the green base one because I feel like this is a better color for a dirt shark. That said, the paint is a lot brighter overall on the red one. And the main thing, the mouth, which is a prominent feature on a shark, in my opinion, looks better there with the red base. But that's those guys. We're going to go ahead and set them down. In-game stats, let me just go ahead and cover that for you. He should be sitting at 310 max health, 50 for the speed, armor 18, critical hit 30, and elemental power 25. Gonna go ahead and flip it over to Bop for you. Again, his slogan in the strategy guide is rock and roll. That matches what Bash was Series 1 and the coveted Series 2. Colors on Bash seem fairly accurate. Maybe a little bit brighter than in the past, which isn't a bad thing. Again, most notable feature with him, he's kind of got like the big red evil eyes, but they're, big, and he's got like a small face. So what ties in is that adorable puppy dog thing. Just like you see with Spry, I'd actually say that Bop's eyes look slightly larger. They're probably roughly the same. But I think it's just because of the red color with the black. He's literally like a miniature version of Bash. He's got the spiked armor, he's got the mace tail, he's kind of got the honor guard going on up top. The teeth are nicely done. Paint is very nice. The black in there is evenly. The eyes are perfectly done. There's a little blemish right there. Again, red base indicates he's from the Trap Team game. And overall, I'd say it looks good. Interesting thing, though, there's no gems on his. It's all just kind of browned out. This right here looks like it should have been a gem, but it's actually painted brown. Same thing right here, and then 2 in the middle there. But it looks good overall. Rock and roll, that's his slogan. Coming in here at the stat card, we'll have him scan this for approval. Power 70 of 250, armor 80 of 250, agility 100 of 250, and luck 100 of 250. That's going to be 280, 350 out of 1,000, so matches what you see on the card for Terrabite. In-game stats for Bop, we're sitting at max health of 310. Of course, that's box stock health 310. Speed 50, armor 12, critical hit 20, and elemental power 25. Don't have Bash handy here on the pool table. I'll get some pictures up whenever I get time to actually make the standalone dedicated post for these guys. So be sure to check that out. But that said, that is the new 2-pack. As you can see, Earth Element, again, it's nice they tied those in elementally for us. Most of you will want Bop. But he's tied in with Terrabite. Some of you may not have Terrabite. Some of you that do might be big fans and want the second figure. So it kind of all ties in and plays out. $14.99 at Toys R Us. I think $13 or $12.99 other retailers. Maybe $13.99 is the correct price. Toys R Us usually tax on a little bit. But if you catch them on the buy one, get one 40%, you're doing pretty well for yourself. So that's it. I'm actually going to end this so I can unbox the other set of minis I've got. Start getting these guys introduced and upgraded. And it should be fun to see them actually in-game. Most importantly, I want to check out how the colors compare on Terrabite between the unboxing of the actual figure, the previous sidekick, and then, of course, what he looks like in the game. And then I also want to check out his slogan, see if it matches up with its feeding time, which has been in the past, or if they've upgraded it or just changed Terrabite to its beaten time. That actually goes well with him, its beaten time. I don't know. But either one works, so that's kind of why it's kind of raised some eyebrows for me. It looks like the Royals have taken another run, so they're up 10-0 over the Giants. I think my computer restarted itself too. That's been an issue as of late. But that said, this is the Earth Element double pack. Will they be available singles? I doubt it. You're probably going to have to do a package deal just like Drobit. Everyone wants Drobit. You probably already have Trigger Snappy, but you'll have to go the route of the 2-pack, at least at this point in time. There's really nothing wrong with that. If you did not know, this guy right here, our green-based sidekick Terrabite from SSA, not only will he show up in Trap Team, but he's actually a playable character. So if you go out and buy this pack, you can take Brawler with this guy, Sandhog with the other one. Just sort yourself through that way. You can do the same thing with Trigger Happy, and just kind of get the best bang for your buck, if you will. So That said, I'll quit covering this stuff. We're going to move on to the Undead Element characters. For myself, Bop and Terrabite, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed here on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. If you're on Twitch, be sure to follow me there. I'm streaming the entire Trap Team game from the Xbox One. And last but not least, I encourage you to check out the Skylander Club forum. It is skylanderclub.com/forum. Tons of great people on board. It is geared towards the detail-minded Portal Masters. People that take the game and collecting maybe a little bit more seriously than most and value factual, valid information. Like I said, lots of great people already signed up. If it interests you, check it out. If you like what you see, sign up. We would absolutely love to have you. My personal site's oneofweezem.com. Tons of Skylanders info there. But once again, $14.99. Picked it up at Toys R Us. My advice, wait for a sale and then cash in on another mini double pack that you need. So for Bop, Terrabite, and myself, we will catch y'all on the flip side.